lineups have been introduced. That is going to be Casio, Banchero, Tos, Abueva, and Edwards going up against Garcia, Intal, Benici, Pinckney, and Wilson. It's going to be the white shirts of Phoenix taking on the red shirts of the Alaska Aces. 2-1 versus 1-2. We got 48 minutes of basketball to try and figure out who moves up in the standings. Alaska right now tied with the San Miguel Beermen at second place at 2-1. Of course, they are behind the 5-0 Meralco Bulls. Alaska can secure solo second with a victory tonight, while Phoenix is looking to move away from the batch of 5 teams at 2-3. They're at 1-2 right now. If they drop this, they drop all the way down to second to last. If they win this, they remain in the middle of the pack.
Phoenix obviously trying to fill some big holes in the middle. They brought in a bigger import. He's about, he's over 2 inches taller, and he's got about 25 pounds on the opposing import. I'm talking about Kevin Pinckney.
He fouls from the outside, comes up short, but Kevin Lamar Pinckney cleans it up.
Yes, this gritty player from Colton, California, who played for Nevada Reno. Let's hear it for Nevada Reno.
There you go, as Sonny Doss will miss. Edwards keeps it on that side of the floor.
Little did you know, I played once at Nevada Reno.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
But who cares? That was when the dinosaurs were still running as well.
We'll take it. You were a senior when this guy came in as a freshman. We'll take it like that.
Super duper duper. I was taking my doctorate or something.
Oh, and on that pick,
they're going to get...
Benici goes down. Looks like it's going to be on Big Benici. He was the guy who fell down, and he was whistled for the foul.
Well, it looked like he kind of did the shimmy there, kind of slid to his left. I don't know, that's like the electric boogaloo, really. Definitely a foul.
That's why Banchero was just looking around. You better not whistle it on me. 2-0 is the score. Another whistle underneath. If that's on me, that's 2.
2 quick ones on that's number 88 under the basket there. He's not happy. He said he had his hands up, but the ref is saying he brought him down. And you got to have those hands up against the boss.
Assistant coach Art De La Cruz pleading their case. No sign of them relieving Benici this early, as Banchero is looking to get Alaska on the board. They go to Calvin from deep. Abueva overcooks it. That was fine, right?
It was a little long, too, but, you know, he's been making those as of late. You know, that's the thing about Calvin. You never know exactly what he's going to bring to the table, because he can bring so many different things.
Pinckney makes it 4-0 in favor of Phoenix.
I think Kevin heard me. I was kind of knocking him on his field goal percentage. Now he's 2 out of 2. 2 good, strong moves inside.
This is one of the biggest changes this tournament for the Alaska Aces. You've been mentioning about Calvin Abueva. We've always known him to come off that Alaska bench, but this tournament, this is their 4th game, and this is his 4th consecutive start.
Well, he's a guy who can do it all for you. I mean, he'll do whatever the coach says. The coach says you don't want to start, you want to come off the bench, it's up to you. You know, it's really up to the coach, I mean, and you know, he just responds. He's a very good professional.
Shane Edwards at that free throw line to finally get the Aces on the board. He misses, though, on that first.
Not yet. So, no points on the board for Alaska in the first 2 minutes and change.
This guy's a 76% shooter from that free throw line. He takes care of the second. And here comes that vaunted Alaska pressure defense. They are number 1 in the league, close to 10 steals per ball game, which gives them the number 1 fast break points per game. On average, 17 per outing.
And on cue, Casio comes out with a nice steal there.
Banchero overcooks it. Edwards lost it on the way up. He'll shoot back to the line for 2 shots.
I like the fact that Coach Alex Compton really is making a concerted effort to play 2 quick point guards in Banchero and Casio to really harass and, you know, really give a tough time to the Phoenix guards, force those turnovers up high, close to half court, and then they go running. Believe it or not, Alaska likes to run when given the chance. Not like the Alaska Bowl. They're going to hold it back.
These guys are lighting up the scoreboard to 112 points per game for the Aces to lead the PBA today. And the depth on that point guard position, you already gave props to Casio and Banchero. They still got Hazul and Eximiliano coming off that.
Exactly. They're quality.
Another steal by the Aces. Abueva from Edwards. Teardrop comes up short. Shane once again, and he shoves Alaska ahead 5-4.
You know, they will pound you. They not only have quick guards, they got good, strong guys who love to go inside, and they don't mind, you know, getting their hands a little dirty.
Only the imports have scored for either side. Wilson wanting to change that back, but he's thwarted on that attack. Banchero taking it against Inval. JC recovers for the block, but it is still Abueva with the ball. And Thos will come in down the middle, and the boss will get the finger roll.
Great recovery play there by JC and Tal to get the block off of Banchero, but you know, you got to give credit once again to the Aces for not giving up on the play. They just keep coming at you. I mean, they're relentless.
Wilson with the letter, back over to Pinisi. They go to Inval at the post. He's got Casio on him. Abueva helping out. He drops it off to Willie.
Nice interior passing and, you know, spots a wide open Willie Wilson. I'm sure that's going to help his confidence a bit.
Banchero looking for Edwards. Two guys converging on Shane, and he is forced into a traveling violation.
Just kind of dragged his pivot foot there. Again, now it's Phoenix pressuring Alaska into a travel and turnover.
Barely 4 minutes into the action. It is Phoenix down by 1, but shooting to reclaim the lead here. Garcia gets it over to Pinckney in traffic. Kevin misses, but he shoots to the line for 2 shots. So the freshman at Reno, when Mr. Hezon was a senior, it was Edwards, right?
Yeah, they're going to get Edwards for that one. Let's see if Pinckney can make these free throws. So important, because I always say at the end of the ball game, it always comes down to 1 or 2 points.
In his PBA debut, this guy shot 72% from that free throw line, 13 of 18. He's 1 for 1 right now.
You know, they're showing the replay right there. I love the patience right there of Calvin Abueva. He could have forced it to the first cutter. He just waited on it, and here comes Sonny Thos right down the pipe.
Game is now tied at 7. This will be the first deadlock of this evening. Abueva puts it on the deck, goes to the spin. Willie Wilson sticking right with him. Alaska goes over to Edwards, who lost it to Pinckney. Edwards trying to go to that shake and bake. Pull-up jumper, no. Pinisi for the board. Pinisi looked over actually at Banchero.
Who's trying to jump with me? I'm 6'9". Nick the Brick.
Garcia with the leather. Goes over to Wilson. Willie back irons that one. R.R. Garcia has yet to take a shot. We are already 4.5 minutes into this game.
You know, I'm sure the scouting report is already out that R.R. can shoot, so Alaska, always so scientific with their approach, are really guarding him.
Garcia right on cue, but this time is forced to pass it out once again. R.R. in his Coms Cup debut erupted for 33 points, but he was limited to 15 in the second outing and only 14 last time around, so you know the defenses are zoning in on it.
Yeah, definitely. It's a game of adjustments, and obviously they're realizing if they don't stop Garcia, they're going to have a difficult time. They won that first game, remember that.
Pinckney from the outside. Doesn't work. Garcia trying to keep it alive. Abueva will be whistled for this foul.
That's a big collision. It's tough to give a foul there. I know you have to, but both guys are just really aggressive trying to go for the ball. I think that was an inertia foul. Let's go back to science class.
Let's go back to talking about R.R. Garcia. That's the thing, as Pinisi misses on that 3. Edwards taps it to himself. That's what separates superstars from regular stars from regular PBA players. You can score big on any given night. This is the PBA level. We know everybody here can ball. But once you can do it on a consistent basis with defenses paying attention to, that's what really makes you that good.
That's the next level. And, you know, sometimes you get open, you have a day where they're really not guarding you, then they'll call it a fluke. But when they're really, you know, got their sights on you and they know how you play, they know your tendencies and all your strengths and weaknesses, and you can still do it, that's the mark of a good player.
And it's actually got to be a combination of the player's talent and skill level and the coach's trust for him to actually call plays for you.
Absolutely. And, you know, once you got it, it's such a great feeling. I just tell you, it's lovely.
we saw you.
Once upon a time.
Have a was in elementary back then.
Yeah, you know, I was just born.
Game is tied at 7. Casio with the leather, trying to extricate himself from the defense. The teardrop is a miss. Garcia for the board. Willie Wilson is up ahead, but he is well covered by Abueva.
Yeah, I like this battle right there. Willie and Abueva, two bangers.
Before Abueva, there was a Willie Wilson already in the PBA, especially when that guy was in college. There you go. Willie Wilson gets the hook over Calvin.
You know, he's been doing it for so long, and you look at him and say, hey, he's only a 6'2" forward. How does he get it done? But he does. Again, the mark of a good player.
Offensive foul on that pick over at the other end. Shane Edwards whistled for this one, which sends us into this first timeout. Phoenix is up 9-7.
Cloud Camellia, Tag Heuer, TCL, Yokohama, Hirako, Under Armour, Petron, Sparrow, Gilby.
You got two, get two minutes, don't get the third. Now, hey, when they get the ball in the post, there's just an interior down screen. What we'll do for that is we'll switch. You got to touch first, though. You're coming down, you're touching, and then switching. Okay? Good job. Willie posted you up. Wala mo na kamay. Dalawang foul ka na. Okay? Can't let that happen. Okay? If we call offside, remember, stay here. Si Sonny magpapasok. Okay? Now, coming down, go a 5-cut one time with Sonny, and then Sonny's down. Okay, Sonny's down. Okay? So, JV, Chris, Calvin, Shane, and Sonny on the 5-cut. Okay, run a 5-cut coming through. Okay? No dumb fouls. No dumb fouls. We're all right defensively. We just got to talk this down screen on the right side.
PBA Commissioner's Cup. Coach Alex Compton thinks that they will never fully recover from the heartache from the last conference, but he thinks that they have moved on for it already. Although the heartbreak will always be there, but he said that they will only get better as a team and things will only get better for them. And now that it's a new conference, their focus is to make another good start and hopefully have a better ending this time. So it's one game at a time for them. Back to you guys.
Just like last year, Alaska dropped a 7-game series in the Philippine Cup Finals, and they fizzled out in the Commissioner's Cup. But this time around, it was even more heartbreaking because they blew a 3-0 lead, Vince. But right now, they're looking better than they did last season in this exact tournament.
Yeah, I mean, they're starting very well. And, you know, going back to that finals, which I got to cover against San Miguel, you know, I'm sure that really super smarted for a guy like Coach Alex, who's a true winner. You know, he just knows how to play ball. He knows how to be a very good motivator and coach. You know, you got to live it. And through living it, obviously they've learned, and I think they've come out better. They've definitely improved from the experience.
With 5:05 remaining in this first frame, Shane Edwards will move to the bench, and Alaska's leading local scorer, Vic Manuel, has been deployed. Arar Garcia working against Casio once again. Looks like RR is making a conscious effort of getting everybody else involved as Pinkney cleans up that Intal mess.
You know, and Tal kind of faked himself out of the first shot. He just had a smaller guard on him, Banchero. He could have just rose up and shot it, but he decided to elect for a tougher shot. You know, I think his lucky stars, Kevin Pinkney is under there with those long arms, gets the offensive board.
Casio turns it over once again. If we're not mistaken, that is Alaska's 6th turnover of this first quarter. Phoenix not doing any better. They have 5 on their line as Intal will rise up against 3, but miss on that short one.
If he can rise up against forwards, why not a point guard? You know what I mean? Wow, speaking of point guards, excellent cut there by Banchero. Nice crossover. He's really improved as of late.
Game is tied at 11. This guy's one of the deadlier offensive rebounding point guards in the PBA we got. Talking about Banchero.
And he loves to go inside. He doesn't mind contact whatsoever. And he's really making a push for that starting job. I mean, you know, there's quality guys there. Casio, you know, Hasul, but he's right there with them.
Now Cyrus Baguio has checked in for JV Casio. Samige Eman likewise on the floor now. For the Aces, he has relieved Calvin Abueva. Eman with the leather, all 6'10" of him, gets it over to Banchero. He attacks that baseline. Banchero goes cross court. RJ is open. Misses on that one. Surprise miss for RJ as well. The guy shooting 56% from the three-point line this tournament.
Short and left from on that first one, but again, he's just getting more. It's tough to come in right off the bench, and then you got to shoot a, 20-plus footer. It's not that easy. Once he gets his rhythm going, I'm sure he'll settle down.
Eman Monfort now part of the five for Coach Koy Banal. He is with Garcia, Wilson, Pinckney, and Barakael. Wilson trying to be aggressive. Was fouled before he got up.
I like the way he cuffed that ball. Looked like he was going to go for a touchdown, actually.
As Eximiniano will come on for Banchero.
I didn't mention him, but that's another guy. Such a defensive prowess, forces so many turnovers, and makes a lot of good things happen for his team.
We'll talk more about everybody who is seeing action tonight when we return.
On Phoenix Premium 98. A high-octane fuel blend with premium performance additives that restores lost engine performance.
Eman, alright? Out ka ron, alright? Now, Willie, and then fake down screen and then you pop. Alright? Back fake on back. Clear on him. Alright, just give it to Kevin at the elbow. Now you penetrate, alright? I don't want a penetrate. Alright, because the 6'10" guy cannot hold his own against you. Alright? If he sucks down, then you can hit it. Now, you have to be very careful in forcing the issue. If they're collapsing, hit the open.
Good luck sa ating mga manlalaro sa sabak sa Rio Olympic Games. Suportahan natin sila at panoorin dito sa TV5. Laban Pilipinas!
And we are all continuing to enjoy your PBA Friday live from the Smart Araneta Coliseum over here on Signal Channel 198 in HD and Hyper HD Channel 130, also on Signal, the Philippine Olympic Network. Alaska and Phoenix tied at 11. Alaska with a takeaway, but Phoenix comes up with a counter steal. Dumarjan took it with the Prince Vince. He's on, taking a look at Monfort, get it over to Garcia. Referee saying the foul was before the attempt, so Arar Garcia officially still with no attempt.
Not yet. Obviously, like we said, Alaska has scouted him very well. They're not giving him any, easy looks, let alone they're not even letting him get possession. They're trying to deny him the ball before he even gets there. One thing that must be noted as well is Eman Monfort has stepped into the ball game. Real quick spitfire for the Fieldmasters.
One guy who we see on that Phoenix bench not dressed for the game is Josh Urbistondo. Try and figure out what is going on with Josh as we go along. Show your love to your favorite PBA personalities using Shout, a new way of expressing yourself quickly and easily. Check out sports5.ph, look for the Shout tab, and vote yes to your PBA idols. This is free with no registration required. Exactly 3 minutes now remaining in this first frame. It is Phoenix by 2, 13-11. Baguio surveys the floor. Eximiniano popping out on his left. Azul is waiting on the right. Baguio decides to take it himself. Good decision on the part of Skyrus.
That's what he's known for. One-on-one advantage always goes to Skyrus.
Pinckney gets it across as Alaska is denying Garcia and Monfort the ball.
Wow.
Garcia lights it up on his first shot.
Wow. He took that about 2 steps behind the three-point line. Great way to make his presence known.
I don't know. We notice all of these shooters. Every time there's a Warrior game in the morning, everybody extends their range by the evening.
That's the Steph effect. Everybody thinks they're Steph nowadays. I really have to admit, the whole emergence, I should say, of Steph Curry as MVP has made the jump shot look cool. It used to be before that everybody would say, hey, you can never win a championship if you got a bunch of jump shooters. And now look what Golden State has done. It might do again.
Even Charles Barkley was the one who was really against or the one who was really telling everybody.
Yep.
If you don't have a post presence, you cannot win a championship. And he has already eaten his words, and it might be back-to-back. As Barakael will secure that board. Pinkney drops it off to Willie. Oh, what a recovery by Eman. Big recovery by Sam. But he took the brunt of that one.
Yeah, he took it on the chin, literally, or the cheek.
Well, he wasn't checking on him.
You're right. Yeah, I like the way Eman is moving now. He's really worked hard, especially in the off-season, to get himself into better shape. Looks a little leaner, a little stronger, a little quicker. You know, he really looks a lot better.
Velasquez coaching staff.
Oh, and he gets a steal.
There you go. Right on cue.
Oh.
But Azul will give it right back over to Phoenix.
No, it'll be a kick.
Okay.
So it might reset that. Or might not. If they don't call it a kick.
So ball will remain with Alaska as Rodney Brondial and
There he
Chico
is.
Laneta check in.
Gutsy kid out of Adamson University steps on the hard court.
Doesn't score as much, but pulls down 8 rebounds per ball game in only 14 minutes of action on average.
That's quality minutes. And, you know, when you're kind of a young guy just trying to make your way in this league, you know, you got to give quality. You know, you're not going to get a lot of big minutes, but the minutes you're in, you got to produce.
Montfort working against Eximiniano. What a matchup that is in terms of speed. Here we go again. Montfort swings a pass over to Brondial. They go to Barakael away from play. A 3-second violation of spot.
Yep. Referee was right on top of that. Very good call. Pinkney knew it. Didn't even try to protest it as we look at Coach Manal.
Azul getting it across versus Lanete. Eman will hand it off to Eximiniano. Phoenix is up by 3, 16-13, just over a minute remaining in this first quarter. Manuel goes to the reverse. A bit too much mustard on that one.
Yeah, everything but the shot. Kind of got intimidated by Pinkney inside.
Lanete, right place, right time to clean up that Montfort mess.
So far, Phoenix shooting pretty good.
Oh, big
Denial.
block on the part of Pinkney.
And the stare down.
To preserve the biggest lead of the game for Phoenix. And now McVinisi will relieve Pinkney.
Wow. That was a throwdown. That's side out Phoenix. It looked like a volleyball spike.
Not in here, little man, says Kevin Pinkney. Manuel to the cup. Who was that? I think it was Miko Alili who was saying, every time a big man blocks a guard or a smaller guy, should be a technical foul. But if a smaller guy makes a shot on a big man, should count as 3. Or maybe 4.
Says the smaller guy. Yeah. Okay.
Manuel to the cup. McVinisi couldn't give up another foul.
You're right. He has 2 fouls already. But again, Vic Manuel, the guy has just really emerged in the past, you know, month or so, ever since the San Miguel series, as, you know, not just a good player, but one of the top players of Alaska and the league.
He's a stud.
He's actually got a little bit of a funny body in the sense that he doesn't look that tall, he doesn't look that big, but he's got really long limbs, got long arms, and he's a lot stronger than he looks.
And the wide shoulders, huh?
Yes, yes.
Well, he is the muscle man, and right on cue, he gets another layup.
Yeah, he's really somebody you can't take for granted at all.
As this first quarter has come to an end, Vic Manuel has gone back-to-back to get Alaska back the lead, 19-18. Both of these imports already announcing their presence on this PBA Friday. 9-5 for Pinkney, 7-5 for Edwards. Both of them shooting pretty well from the field. After run versus the Phoenix Fuel Masters, pretty low scoring quarter.
Yeah, both teams not shooting particularly well, but you know, it was a game, I think, of each team trying to feel each other out and see who's playing well, who's you know, getting hot.
As We invite everybody to UFC 196, home versus state for the World Bantamweight Championship, and McGregor versus Diaz for the in a welterweight bout. This is going to be on Sunday, 11 a.m. on Hyper Channel 53, Hyper HD 130 on Signal, of course, with a 10 p.m. encore telecast on TV.